Hello everybody, welcome back to our channel. I'm Anna. Okay guys, I need to talk about this. I need to vent. And I'm gonna start by asking, what on earth is up with those people who think that they know better how to raise your child? How to comfort them, calm their tantrums down, what to feed them with, and who think they know your child better than you do. I'm going to share with you two stories, although I have a lot more examples I'm sure lots of parents can relate to, and I'm sure you have stories of your own, so feel free to share with me in the comments. So this happened pretty recently, a month or so ago. Our kid is almost 3, and this is the age when he shows his character and really pushes our buttons sometimes. He has like 100 tantrums and meltdowns a day over the silliest things sometimes. Well, to us, they are silly, but he's learning, his nervous system is developing, and this is normal. We're learning as well because this is our first child and we're doing our best. Anyways, we went to the mall. We pulled in at the parking space along the road so that when you get out of the car, you go straight onto the lawn. Our son has a strong obsession with his bike these days, so whenever we go outside, we have to take his bike with us, and he rides it everywhere. So sure thing, his bike was in the car. We got out of the car, and he started asking for his bike. And we started explaining to him that he can't ride his bike in the mall, and that there is nowhere for him to ride anyways because there's a huge lawn and just a little bit of a pavement, then comes the road, and then straight across the road is the mall. And of course, he started throwing a fit. He was yelling, crying, and stomping his feet. We were a couple of meters away from him because we wanted him to come to us, and I was squatting down talking to him, and my husband was standing, also trying to explain to him why he couldn't ride his bike. And then, and mind you, it happened so fast, I hear someone's coming from behind us and saying something like, "Oh, don't cry, little boy." I turn my head and I see this lady, an elderly lady, rushing towards our child, passes through us with some cookie in her hand. I jump up, but at the same time, Alex, my son, startled, reaches his hands out like this, trying to stop her and saying, "No, no, no." And I ask her, "What on earth are you doing?" And she says, "You don't understand. I'm a doctor. A child should never cry like this. You will mess up his mental health. Whenever he cries, you should always give him whatever he wants." I mean, I'm not a doctor, but I'm pretty sure that giving your child whatever they want every time they cry, that's what's gonna mess them up. I didn't have the time to reply because Alex saw a butterfly and he ran after it, not crying anymore, and I ran after him. When I turned around, she was gone, like so fast. And when I asked my husband what he said to her, he said with an angry voice, "The truth," which apparently scared her away. Okay, and I'm not even mentioning the fact that we're in the middle of the freaking pandemic and she didn't have a mask on. But seriously, what are people thinking about when they do something like that? They obviously don't care that there are parents with a child. They think that parents are useless and stupid or what? I know she wanted to help. But you don't come up to someone else's child bypassing their parents, discrediting their attempt to calm their child down in their own way because you think you know better. I don't care who you are, a doctor or a president. This is my baby. And if I didn't pose any actual threat to my child and you wanted to protect him, and if I didn't ask for your help and advice, please don't. Just don't. Don't tell me what to do. And don't come up to my child that fast and that suddenly. I actually got scared and thought that she can pose a threat to my child. And he obviously thought so too. And then another thing. She wanted to give him a cookie. And I'll tell you another story that'll make sense with this theme of complete strangers giving your child food. So this happened when our son was almost 2. We were walking through this little shopping center by our building. So this part where we're walking through looks like a long hall with little shops on both sides along it. We had stopped using a stroller some time before. He walked by himself, but of course he wanted me to carry him from time to time, either because he just wanted to or he was tired. I had a couple of grocery bags and a purse in my hands. Alex walked behind me and was whining the whole time we were walking through the center because he wanted me to pick him up. I planned to pick him up once we were outside, And also, I wanted to explain to him that I was going to pick him up when we're outside and that mommy's hands are busy right now. And mind you, that I had carried him before getting into the center because he was just getting used to walking and not being able to take a seat in the stroller. So I just wanted him to walk through this shopping center and to take a little break myself. So I'm walking in front of him, talking to him. He's sauntering behind me, whining and complaining. I stopped to take a look at something and I realized that I don't hear him anymore. I turn around and he's not there. I freak out. I go back and I see that one of the shop workers took him inside of the shop where she worked. She's holding my son by his shoulder, telling him something, and he's already holding a cookie. It happened really fast. I mean, it looked like she was watching us because we were walking pretty slowly, and she decided that the best idea to comfort my kid was to lure him inside of her shop out of my sight, not letting his mother know where he was, and giving him something to eat. I know what you want to say right now. You should always hold your child's hand and never let them out of your sight. And I agree, especially after this situation. But back then, he just wanted to walk by himself. And whenever I tried to hold his hand, he would rip it out of mine and yell. Plus, there were like 3 more people besides us, and I knew the place. Of course, I gave her a piece of my mind. She said that she didn't mean any harm and she just wanted to help. But I didn't ask for your help. Now, about this thing with giving food to kids you don't know. You don't know if they have any allergies. Well, you would if you just asked. Maybe I'm not giving my kid cookies or anything sweet, which was exactly the case. I didn't give him sweets at the time. Maybe he just hasn't eaten anything yet. I mean, like a normal lunch or dinner, and you're giving him a cookie. And this one, just like that lady from the first story, gave him a cookie with her bare hands. How do I know that your hands are clean and you didn't just touch money with those hands? Or that after using the bathroom, you actually washed them? Don't give a stranger's child food. Even if your intentions are good, ask a parent. They have parents. You show your disrespect and ignorance when you do something like this. And how come those people always have cookies anyways? So, I got it off my chest. Let me know what you think about situations like this in the comments. And don't forget to share your stories with us. And subscribe.